All right, so that's what was happening right there. That's Daliso and the Jarabo dancers doing something that they do best, you know, or that tuma dansi nakaja dance at kashansha. So that was happening at the Truth Cafe, where Esther Piri was launching her boxing academy, and she actually invited people or children from the streets and also from different walks of life to come and join her academy, wanting to do something different right there. Apart from her being an icon or somebody that did it big in the boxing arena or boxing industry, she also thought of coming up with an academy and then get to groom these people as they are still young. And the good part is that she was not looking on the elite, but she wanted to get people that are less privileged. So if people from the street, those are the people that came out, and then it was fun, it was massive, and there was great participation right there. So many things happened and so many things took place. All right, so moving on right about now. Last week, if you've been following this show, last week we had a guest right here in the studio. His name is NICHO. Okay, so there was a confusion that erupted, or let me say there is this confusion which is happening right about now, an issue of having two artists using the same name with the same spelling, doing the same thing, music, rapping, singing, you know, doing almost all the genres of music. So last week we had the other NICHO, who claimed to be the first NICHO, because of a few things which he highlighted, which we'll be getting more of it. And then we also managed to get hold of the other NICHO. So both NICHOs are right here in the studio, and like we promised that we'll get them both right here so that we can clarify this thing. Both NICHOs are here, so here's what we're gonna do. NICHO, how you doing?
I'm good, my guy.
Good to have you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, so this is the NICHO that wasn't around last week. Yeah, so basically, how are things before we move to the other NICHO?
Okay, I just in the music I've been doing great things, you know what I mean, like doing good music, you know.
Okay, all right, so moving away from the other NICHO, let me turn to the other NICHO. Brother man, how are you doing?
Me, I'm quite and fresh.
Okay.
You know, I'm always on point.
You're always on point.
I'm proud of what I do.
Okay, awesome. So let's do this. For people that did not watch the show last week, and for people that don't know that this is what really is happening, let's first get to the bottom of how both NICHOs came up with the same names without knowing that there's another NICHO and there's another NICHO. So I'll start with you. NICHO, when did you start music?
Actually, I started my music in 2010.
In 2010?
Yeah, in 2010.
Okay, you started your music in 2010. How has it been? How did you come up with the name NICHO?
Actually, my real name is Nicholas Junior Swanza, which is my father. He was Nicholas.
Okay.
Yeah, so he has to give him the name, like his name to be Nicholas.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so Nicholas, that's Nico, and then J, Junior.
Junior, yeah.
Ah, awesome. NICHO, the other NICHO. How did you come up with the name NICHO?
Actually, for me, my name's Nicholas Jonathan Kalukango.
Okay.
So, like, when it comes to Nico, I didn't just dream to say I come up with a NICHO, just like, no, like, when it comes to Nicholas, according to the Google research, Nicholas it means victory or celebrating. And then J, it's a yellowish, brownish European bird that is even able like to communicate with people. Yeah. And then Zambia. Zambia is a sovereign country.
Yeah, no.
Which is, it's able to control itself. So like, okay,
so when did you start your music?
For me, my music actually, I started in 2010, but before that, I started music, I used to do poetry.
You used to do,
yeah.
So
then
you started in 2010?
Yeah, like from 2006 up to 2009, I was doing poetry. Then 2010, that's why when I thought of starting being found in studios, but Actually, for starting recording, I started in 2011.
So recording you started in 2011,
yes.
But interest in music came in 2010.
Yeah, but NICHO, I started using this name as I was doing poetry. For those who are in love with poetry, I'm sure they. I contested one biggest show in Lusaka. That was.
Oh, so you started using NICHO.
Yeah.
You started using NICHO in 2006,
yeah.
if I'm right.
Yes.
2006.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Then you had interest in music in 2010. Yes. NICHO, you started your music in 2010.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's now do this. Both NICHOs, when did you come up with a Facebook page or a Facebook account named, dubbed under your name?
Actually, you know what happened? Like, I born in Nakonde. I'm Nakonde finance. That's NICHO. When I came from Nakonde, I went to Livingstone. Is where I started my music.
Okay,
yeah.
Which is 2010.
Yeah, which is 2010. I actually 2009 is when I went to Livingstone.
Oh, okay.
But I started in 2010, just there in Livingstone.
Okay, so at that time, that's when you even thought of coming up with a Facebook page dubbed NICHO.
Yeah, NICHO, yeah, of course.
Okay, awesome. NICHO, when did you come up with a Facebook name dubbed NICHO?
That was 2008. After when I became interested in the same poetry, so I thought of creating the page so that those people who are loving what I was doing can know where to find me. Yeah.
Okay, so when we had you on the show, yeah. You said something like the time you were opening up this Facebook page or this Facebook account, you had to look first to search if there's any NICHO, and then you found there was nothing on Facebook dubbed NICHO.
Yeah.
So, okay, this is awesome. You opened in 2010, started your music in 2010. You fell in love with music 2010, but started recording in 2011. Now, let's do this. After when you guys had found out to say there are two NICHOs, what was the resolution that you thought of coming up with?
Okay, but what I can say is, I received his friend request. That was, I think, 2015. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I had to accept the friend request, and the guy was like, "Oh, my guy, you are also NICHO." Yeah. Okay, I'm NICHO, and I like your music.
Okay.
Yeah, I like your music so much. Actually, I'm your #1 fan.
Oh.
Yeah. And I said, okay. Thanks a lot, my guy. Since you said you like my music, no problem. And the guy was like, I want also to start music. You know, like I was asking, like, okay, what's your name? If you can start music, what can be your name? Like, he was like, I'm also NICHO.
Okay.
You're also NICHO. And I was surprised by that, you know. Yeah.
Okay. Esther, when we talked to you, you said that you were talking with NICHO.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you had suggested to him saying that he needs to change his name, and he agreed to that.
Yes. Like,
or maybe let's do this. Let's get to see last week's interview. Yeah, let's get to see last week's interview, and then we get a reaction so that we can harmonize this. We need to come up to a solution to this. So let's get into last week's interview, and then when we come back, we continue with this particular interview.
Because to tell you this, when I joined Facebook in 2010, before I joined as NICHO, I checked, there was no anyone NICHO.
No, don't worry. We'll go to that one.
It's a situation whereby when I talked to him, he said, you do that, and then...
So at first, he agreed that he was going to change the name.
And then, like, for me, I didn't just get this name to say, I just put it on, like, music as in something like, Nicholas is my name, and then Jonathan is the other name of mine, which is NICHO. I didn't just get it to say, okay, I'll just be NICHO. But for him, I was told, like, himself, he told me to say, it's Nicholas Manza. Yeah. For that, I'm not sure about that, but for him, according to what he said, he said like he joined the same social media, and the name, like his music started in 2014. That's what he said.
Okay.
And then for me, it started in 2011. So I don't know how I can put this thing, like, because to tell you this, when I joined Facebook in 2010. Before I joined as NICHO J, I checked, there was no anyone NICHO J.
No, don't worry. We'll go to that one.
It's a situation whereby when I talked to him, he said, you do that, and then...
So at first he agreed that he was going to change the name.
And then, like, for me, I didn't just get this name to say, I just put it on like a music as in something like Nicholas is my name, and then Jonathan is the other name of mine, which is NICHO J. I didn't just get it to say, okay, I'll just be NICHO J. But for him, I was told, like, himself, he told me to say it's Nicholas Manza. Yeah. For that, I'm not sure about that, but for him, according to what he said like he joined the same social media, and the name, like his music started in 2014. That's what he said. Okay. And then for me, it started in 2011. So I don't know how I can put this thing like.
All right, so there's an allegation.
Okay,
you started your music in 2014.
Yeah, not 2014.
That's
Actually,
what you told him.
No, where? Maybe you have the proof so that you can show him where I told you, like.
The proof can't be there because you blocked me on Facebook. Look at.
I never seen you before.
Okay.
This is my first time to see you.
Okay. Let's do this.
You never seen me before, but
guys. We didn't come here to fight. We want to make this thing right. So let's not start pointing fingers. Let's be as sober as we can be. Okay, we are not here to fight. So the time he was talking to you, he claims to say you told him you started your music in 2014, and right here you're saying you started your music in 2010. So just make a clarification there. How did you reach to 2014 telling him, and then here you're saying it's 2010?
You know, this guy can tell a lie, you know, because that day I was not around, you know, but today I'm here, you know. Yeah. So this, you have no proof for what he said, you know.
Okay, do you have anything that can prove to say he said he started his music in 2014?
The proof, it would have been there if he didn't block me, but on Facebook we are no longer friends. And if I say I can go back and check the messages that he sent to me, I'm sure I can find them. And then when it comes, I'll go back to where he said, like, he said I wanted to start music in 2015, the same time I started talking to him. I never said that. The time I approached him, I said, like, I like your music and I would like to work with you. Okay. For him, I said that that's why we now wanted to start music. Now, I'm not sure to where he is trying to take. And then, apart from that, I want to know why, whenever I ask him about changing the name, he will be like, okay, I'll do that. Then he will stop replying messages. That's the reply that I want.
You know the reason why I stopped responding to your messages? You don't know?
How may I know?
Let me tell you something. One, you're childish. That's the one thing.
Okay.
You know. Two, you are a working rapper. I don't know if you're a singer or you do. I don't even know what type of music which you do.
Hey, we are not here to talk about music. Huh?
Okay.
I'm telling you the
guys.
Let's talk about the name that you
let's do this. Let's do this. Like I said, I brought you guys so that we can harmonize.
Yes.
Not that we can fight. So if this is going to continue, then we're going to cut this out.
No, like, it's not about fighting. I'm trying to...
This is exactly which is happening, because you guys are not giving chance to one another. Let's find solutions for this. This is what we are here about. We want to find a solution for this.
Yeah, like, for me, one thing which is hating me is that he has started mentioning things like, that's a big insult to tell someone, say, for you, if you tell me I'm childish, when you insulted me, did I insulted you back?
I have a proof which I can show the people if they can view my phone.
Okay. I think I saw.
You don't have a proof, you know.
Okay. Let's do this. Director, can we get to see the screenshots of what was really going on? Let's get to see the screenshots. All right, so NICHO J, you posted that on your page, and this is NICHO J Zambia, not the other NICHO J. So you said, hi my people, this Friday, catch the real NICHO J with the fake NICHO J live on Prime TV, The Lounge, with DJ Lance and PMC from 08:30, if I'm not mistaken, to 9. Make calls for, okay, yeah, you wrote that, okay? That was on your page.
Yes.
So you are so sure that you are the real NICHO J and he is a fake NICHO J.
Yeah.
And then you, right now, you are fuming like you are mad because he's called you childish. Don't you think he would also be mad because you called him fake?
No, look at. That can't be the thing of him started saying that.
Okay.
Okay, like, for that one, I agree with that. But here, as you have said, we are not here to start insulting each other or
Yes,
whatever.
definitely.
That was the past. We have to talk about the future. I don't know if it's the future or the present.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Last time you came here, I was not around. You have to say a lot of things over me. Listen,
okay, Director, let's see the other
that's the view,
screenshots.
yeah,
Director,
of course,
let's see the other screenshot. All right, so that's something that NICHO J, you continued writing. Somebody tried to talk to you after when they saw that post, and then you were like, to who? Then the other guy was like, your fellow NICHO J. Then you were like, I don't talk to fools. So you called the other NICHO J a fool. And
No, me, I never mentioned the name of someone to say he is a fool. I said I just don't talk to fools.
Okay, whom were you referring to when you said you don't talk to fools?
To anyone who is trying to distract my career.
But do you know that in this particular case, like in that screenshot, somebody was trying to tell you that ain't you being unfair to the other NICHO J, to your fellow NICHO J, and then your response was like, I don't talk to fools. When the other person categorically made it clear to say you are being unfair to your fellow NICHO J, then your immediate response is, I don't talk to fools.
Actually,
don't you think that was a bad response?
That was bad, but I didn't mention to say I'm telling him
okay,
or whatever.
Who were you telling exactly? Who exactly were you?
I've already mentioned to say I was telling the person who is trying to distract my career. That's all.
So you don't have a specification of who is trying to...
Yes, the one who is... If
okay,
there is any person who feels like...
Starting from, you said you started your music in 2010, right? Now it was not coming out from 2010 until now. Until 2018 is when you came here in TV and saying that I'm fake NICHO J, right? Huh?
Look at that.
Okay. Listen, my guy. Listen,
wait,
my guy.
Give me. I've given you the chance you've talked. Like I want to say something even. You can say that, but here we're not here to start talking about whatever, or maybe you might be famous, but I'm not sure where.
Okay, yeah. Coming back to this famous. No, let me hold your thought. Coming back to this famous thingy. Last week, you made allegations to say when you approached him for the last time, the issue of him changing his name, because he wasn't the first one to use NICHO J. You were the first one. Yeah. You said that he told you, "Tizao naaza blow apaliwe naine."
He replied to say, "Work hard, bakuziwe naine." What does that mean?
Listen, listen, let me tell you something. Whatever you said, there's no proof over that, you know. Listen. Even although we stand one by one, like we face each other, you just do a freestyle, I do a freestyle, we just give chance people to vote. Like, let's vote for names like for NICHO J.
No, so, okay.
About that, my guy. Cause listen. You can say you are a young NICHO J, not real NICHO J. Listen, let me tell you something.
No.
Listen.
Don't go there.
Listen, let me tell you something. Listen. One, how old are you?
Okay.
Are we talking about?
I'm not coming over that.
I'm not here to come and answer such.
Okay, let's not talk about age.
We're not talking about ages.
You are work artist.
No, okay, let's not go there, guys. Let's stop the name calling. Let's stop the name calling.
It's just big without
let's
knowledge.
Okay.
We are not here to insult each other. You have to
Let's go to DJ DJ Swiss. Okay, let's go to the next clip, and then when we come back, we have DJ Convince right here. It seems like people don't want to get into harmony.
People are always,
yeah, because okay, for the last time, I want you guys to harmonize. Okay, whatever beef or whatever hassle that you guys have or go through, let's drop our ego and our pride here, and then let's get to an agreement. This is what we are here for. We want to get into an agreement, and not you guys pointing at each other, name calling one another. That is not the essence of this. Okay? Because it's more like both of you, you have your ego and you have your pride to keep, so you would want to get on each other's nerves, and then let's hope we won't witness a punch up.
And by the way, before you go far, to me, like it might be labeled on my song to say NICHO J, but when you listen to my songs, I add Zambia. And then before that one, actually, there was a time when I talked to him, it seems like he never wanted to listen to me. I had to update my page. I added NICHO J Zambia. Even him, he did the same.
No, so at first he was called NICHO J.
For him, his name like was just NICHO J.
I'm not holding him like. How many likes do you have on Facebook?
Okay.
If you talk about,
just asking, it's just a question. It's just a question.
Look at, have you seen now where he's going?
I'm asking.
Whenever I attend the show, I tell whenever my fans ask to say, okay, where can we find you? I give them the page to say NICHO J Zambia. And you also updated the same page to say NICHO J Zambia. So I can say 80% of my fans, they might follow him, or maybe some of them, they might follow me. So for that one, don't talk about likes.
How many likes?
Don't talk about likes.
Okay.
Okay.
You have lot of likes.
Okay. Let's do this. You guys. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do.
We won't fight. Actually,
no,
I'm just surprised to where he's going.
You cannot fight physically, but you are fighting verbally. Yeah, you are fighting verbally. So, director, let's go on our next clip, and then when we come back, we come to wrap up the show with DJ Convince and also PMC.
Kopala.